What is going on, everybody? My name is Nick from MWK Pop, and I want to welcome you back for another episode of The Hot Highlight, a weekly series, more or less, where I recap the last week of K-pop releases and at the end give you my 3 favorite songs of the week. So we're gonna get started because the last week was insane. They released a lot of songs on like 2 days of the entire week, and that sucked as far as making videos, to be completely honest. But we got a lot of good music, so we're gonna review basically more or less everything that I listened to and that came out last week. So let's get it started. First off, BAP and their song Young, Wild and Free. This, of course, is like probably the biggest and most hyped comeback of the week, if not November, purely for the fact that they, the whole, scandal with TS Entertainment that happened last year, and their, regarding their contract and all this other sort of stuff that came out of that. And, of course, it was hyped. It's natural for it because of the whole story and the news and all of that stuff behind it. So a lot of people were paying attention to it. And unfortunately for me, and I think a lot of other people, or some other people, the song really didn't quite meet the level of hype. It's a good song. I like what they're doing or trying to do with the sound and all that stuff. But honestly, the song is pretty average. But that's okay. It doesn't make much of a difference because an average song that sounds good and people like will get you interested and want you to check out the album, which is, again, the entire point of any sort of, song that comes with a music video to promote a brand new album. Next up, we got Snooper and their song Shall We Dance. Now, I was concerned, and it probably is true, that this group was going to get overshadowed because they came out at midnight on Monday in Korea, which is the same time that BAP and iKON released their songs. So I was like, this group is going to get overshadowed, and I'm pretty sure that I was not wrong about that because I think that they did. But this definitely is a group that you should check out. And if you were watching all of the music videos that came out on Sunday night, Sunday morning, Monday in Korea, then you would notice that these guys are different than anybody else that came out around them. And for me, that sets them apart because I watched, BAP, Snooper, and both of the iKON songs in the same, recording session, and Snooper stood out to me because they were purely because they were different. They've got the bit of the cute sort of visual style similar to like 17 does, a little bit like Romeo, but they do have and the cute style also goes into the music too, but as far as like the choreography, they got a bit of that hip-hop influenced choreography, which you see from a lot of the more popular, well-established boy groups. So I can definitely see, as I said in the music video reaction, that these guys will at some point evolve, or over their career evolve from where they debuted at to more of something that we're used to seeing from groups like BTS and those sorts of groups that do more of the hip hop kind of thing, the hip hop rap kind of thing. So since we're talking about iKON, or mentioned iKON there, we're going to move on to iKON. And of course, as you know, they released their second pair of songs. Anthem and Apology are the 2 that they dropped last week. And with their first 2 pair of songs, for me, and I think for a lot of other people who were looking forward to it, they were really, really disappointed by the fact that, there wasn't really a song to match everybody's sort of level of hype. You had Airplane, which is a nice, song that touches on your emotions, and then you had Rhythm Ta, which again it's a good song, and it has an attitude and swag to it, but it just doesn't have like the hype. It's like really low key kind of like attitude, and that's cool and all, but for a debut song to come out and make an impact and impress you, there wasn't really any that kind of like grabbed the average person's attention. This time we were looking for that. We got Apology, which doesn't really meet that because it's more, again, along the lines of what Airplane was, and it is more of an emotional song that, again, touches your emotions and you can relate to the story and the feelings behind it. But the song Anthem, which is Bobby and B.I., basically, that's all it is in the song, which by the way, disappointed a lot of people. I don't personally care. But Anthem is that hype kind of song that everybody was looking for, and a lot of people got really, really hyped because of that song. So that is really, really fantastic. And then we had a day, I think Dynamic Duo released one music video, which I didn't, we're just going to talk about Dynamic Duo just briefly towards the end of the video, because it's the way that I've ordered it. But Dynamic Duo released one of their multiple music videos, and then we got Wednesday comes around, and then another just absolute huge rush of music videos drop. We got XID, who released their song Hot Pink, with the music video for the song, for the album, whatever. And this is like basically a year since Up and Down since Up and Down was released, which is basically, the song that they went viral with, that got them all of the attention and the popularity that they have now. And that's fantastic. When I was coming into this, I was looking for something that was going to be different than Aw Yeah, which I said Aw Yeah is basically like the same exact song that Up and Down was. It just sounds a bit different. And so I was looking for basically a brand new song, stuff that's built of different building blocks. And, that's exactly what we got. We got a different song. So I'm happy with that. I'm very, very pleased with that. The only downside, in my opinion, is that Shinsanong Tiger and his beats, his music that he's written for XID is getting pretty boring at this point. And, that's not to say that it's not a good song. It's just kind of boring, in my opinion. And, that's all I can say. Maybe it's time to move on and, find a different producer for their music, or change up your style for this group, because it's kind of like they're stuck in or they're still going with the image and the general kind of sound and feeling that they became popular with. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's normal. But that's the way it goes. So we got XID on the opposite end of basically the whole genre spectrum. We've got Honky from FT Island, who is a singer of that group, of that rock group. And, he released his solo debut as well. And for me, this is I love this song, and I really, really love the release and the album that goes with it, because for me, as someone who just basically discovered FT Island this year with the release of Pray, all of the songs on that album, and then you've got their single Puppy. The vocals are, rock style vocals. He doesn't really break out so much in actual ballad sort of singing, but in this song specifically, Insensible, that is, he breaks out and sings to us, like actual, like, heartfelt, emotional, like seriously, like ballad. These are the, ballad sort of songs you would hear during a really, really emotional part in a drama OST. And that's crazy to me. That reveals a brand new side to his vocal ability. And I'm seeing people are like, hey, yeah, this is the way he sings, and he's really, really probably one of the best vocalists in K-pop, or in K-pop, because FT Island's a K-pop group basically. And I can't really debate that or disagree with that, because it's absolutely fantastic. Really, really good. Since we're talking about vocals too, we're just going to move on, because it's a natural segue, I guess you can say, into Purfles, which is a trio of girls who made their debut last year. This is their release this time around, this last week. Bad Girl was their second release of 2015. A trio of girls who are absolutely fantastically vocally talented, and that's great. So was looking forward to them. Really, really looking forward to it. And they came out with a fantastic song. The visual style changed. The general kind of sound of their music changed a little bit as well, but they went more with like bright and fun. They dropped to the sexiness a little bit, which is perfectly cool. I like the way that the fact that they kind of changed it around, because they had their debut song, and then their first comeback was a bit along the same lines of that. And then a year or so after they made their debut, they've changed, they've evolved, and changed their image and look and sound a little bit, which is fantastic. The thing about this song that absolutely, that blows me off my feet, knocks me on the floor, impresses me, is that just the arrangement of this song is really, really awesome. And now, when you listen to a song, right, and then the chorus is the hook that grabs you. Well, this song drops hooks like all the time, constantly. You got a hook in the middle of the verse, you got the chorus, which is a hook, and then you got another. That's just the way it goes. You got hooks in the middle. You got a hook in the middle of every single verse, and you got the chorus, which is a hook. And they're just everywhere, and it really is really, really engaging to listen to, because they're actively trying to grab your attention by throwing out catchy lines constantly. And that's, the one thing that I really, really like about that. Now we're gonna basically finish off with, the groups that I'm going to go and talk about, significantly, with BIG. I guess it's Boys in Groove, I believe it is, and their latest song And this song specifically, this song and the album I think that's associated with it or whatever, this is going to be the moment in time that marks a new chapter in these guys' career, because the company has decided we're going to get serious. We're going to produce some, stuff that follows the normal trend, I guess you can say, of that whole hip hop rap influenced K-pop. And this right now is the point where you guys should be taking this group seriously, because they come out with the style and the visual style that we know and people like and they love, and they did a really, really good job with it. All of the music beforehand was more kind of like cute and cheesy kind of hip hop and stuff like that. This is like the real deal as far as I'm concerned, and how it fits into K-pop. So it's really, really, really fantastic. BIG, like I said, turning the page on in their story, starting a new chapter, and they're going to be moving on, and hopefully, and I would definitely be expecting, they're going to be moving and making some big advancements over with this release and their subsequent releases as well, if they stick with this style. It's going to be a really, really fantastic thing. So we're just going to quick recap 4 other groups that dropped releases, but I don't really have anything super specifically to say about them. Dynamic Duo released 3 music videos this week, at least 3, maybe 4 this week for their new album. Again, it's absolutely fantastic music. Dynamic Duo, that's what they do. You get the Legend, who are cranking out music videos in basically what is their debut, the first year that since they've debuted, they're just pumping them out, just music video after music video. And again, some really, really quality content that's coming out of there with the music videos and the general songs as well. Navi, her 3rd official non-OST release of the year as well, which again is really, really fantastic. Every single song that she does is really, really great. It's really, really great. And then we got JJCC, who have released a music video for a song off of an album that's like a year old at this point. The thing with this music video is that it was produced by the members. It was shot and edited, and basically all of that was done by the members of the group, so I'm told, and that is really, really impressive. So there you go. That's basically a recap of some of the biggest releases from last week. There were a lot. If I missed any, let me know in the comment box below. Now it's time to let you guys know what my 3 favorite songs of the week were, and that is the song from B.I.G. Teola, I believe it's called. We got Snooper, Shall We Dance, and then the last one, Purples, and their song Bad Girl. So those are my 3 favorites. Also, don't forget to, in the comments, to let me know who your favorite songs of the week were, what your favorite songs of the week were. I'm really, really interested. If you think somebody should watch this video, then don't forget to share it around, post it on Facebook or all your other social media accounts, which, by the way, you can follow me on social media. I got Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and a bunch of others. I got links in the description box below. So if you want to click on those, then do that and give me a follow. I would greatly appreciate it. So that is going to be it for this video. As always, I'm going to thank you for watching, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye.